Okay, hello, Kuna. I'm going to be reviewing the council meeting from April 16th, 2024. I've been slacking, so I'll do this recent one and then I'll go back in time. The main things that I'm interested in is seeing the deliberation. I mean, we can pretty much assume to know what people are going to say about various developments. So here's the packet or the agenda. Um, You have subdivisions, donation agreement, professional services agreement. Just kind of reviewing here to see if anything is really. So here's the annexation and preliminary plat, and another one here. So anyway, let's get to the deliberation. Um, you know, we know what people are gonna say. Too much traffic. All right. So anyway, let's go. They say, I think he says close for a discussion. Anything you want. Okay, let's see if this is it.
Any further discussion?
Deliberation, I believe is the word. Okay, here it is.
Evidence presentation and move to deliberation.
Second.
Motion's made and seconded. Any further discussion? All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Okay, interesting.
Evidence presentation and move to deliberation.
Second.
Oh, this is just for them to enter deliberation. Sorry. I thought they actually were voting on it.
All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed?
You want to start? Yeah.
Well, just, I like working on problems after we get a solution, rather than working on or bringing something now, then working and hope, having hopes later that the solution will be fixed for the capacity issues at the school, which are not going to go away.
Okay.
I think if you look at the capacity of the school, also the density around that area, you have R20 on the other side that's going to add to those two-lane roads, plus the traffic coming off that end going through the neighborhood. I think we have a lot of homes that we've already approved. Even if they were to pass a bond tomorrow, they're still years out before they put a school in. I just think we should address that. Also, she did make a good point with the money from ACHD. What is going to be allocated down here for those roads and a timeline? I'd like to see that as well.
I kind of look at this map, and we have mixed use to the northwest corner, mixed use to the northeast corner, mixed use to the southeast corner. And I know it's a mixed use on the southwest corner. This is just the first of other complicated things we're going to have if we keep using these mixed uses to bring in this type of development. These intersections are going to just get bad. I don't know about the ranch to the southeast. That's been there pretty long time. But I know the land to the west on both sides of Hubbard Road is already being considered for development. I'm not sure where we're at with that. But I know there's a Jackson store that's supposed to come in, keep catty corner from that. I just think this is a lot of mixed use for this one little intersection. I know ACHD says, yeah, we're going to take care of it. ACHD has a lot on their plate, and I don't know if I'm comfortable enough to put everything I have on their word. We can't control that. ACHD controls their own priorities. That's all I got.
Okay, Greg?
Well, it's kind of a catch-22 because that area's been kind of a weak patch for a long time, and we try to, fill the hole in the donut every now and then, and this would fix that. Flip side of the coin is, you're right, the schools are crowded, and, the road, I travel up 10 miles sometimes early in the morning, and it's bad, but, there's a lot worse roads, so it's kind of, I'm kind of torn one way or the other on this one.
Yeah, I live on Hubbard, and I use 10 Mile quite a bit. It's a heavily used road ever since they've added the freeway exit, get that into to the north.
Right. And it doesn't help, there's so many other major roads shut down, Black Cat North Freeway, Locust Grove's torn up right now, Star Road's torn up farther northwest. So it all funnels more onto the ones that are open 10 miles under. Well, Linder's actually close to now that I think about it. So it doesn't help, and then they'll put a roundabout in there in 26. Sure, that'll just make Linder and Meridian Road worse for a while, and it's like they just shuffle it back and forth and back and forth.
This is going to go down your alley, because I know, being that area off of there is still agriculture, there's a lot of farming equipment that still uses 10 Mile to get north and south.
Correct.
That makes things worse.
And we have to look at everything that's going to come online about the same time. as those, the projects across the street from there, the ones down at Columbia. So even if they are still years out to requesting occupancy, but we'll still have the older ones coming on at the same time.
Okay,
Anyone have a motion?
Well, I'll do it. I make a motion that we decline number 23-06- annexation AM and 20.
just the annexation.
Just the annexation, okay.
I'll second it.
All right, motion's made and seconded to deny 2306 and annexation. Is there any further discussion? All those in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? And that motion carries. That takes us to 7B.
Everyone's so happy. So what it looks like they failed to do was, pay the troll toll to the school district. If they did, then they probably would not had a basis. But let's see. Let's see if they have another one. Deliberation is the key word. Okay, and I think this is going to be the other one.
Evidence presentation and move to deliberation.
Second.
Motion's made and seconded. Any further discussion? All those in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? That motion carries. Well, basically, you look at what the product is. And
Yeah, they've been working out there for a while, so.
And it's nice if you haven't drove through there, do. Man, it's incredible.
Matt, do you have anything? John? I'll make a motion that we approve case number 2305ZC and 2306S.
Second.
motion's made and seconded. Is there any further discussion? All those in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? And that motion carries. Item 8A, Gallica Heights, request for
That one seemed to be more. It was just part of the phase program.
reconsideration. Doug Hanson.
For the record, Doug Hansen, Kuna Planning and Zoning. You have a memo from staff in your packets going over the request for reconsideration for the Gallagher Heights subdivision. Rather than rehashing the entire thing, I will just read section 5, which is the staff recommendations, which it is staff's opinion that some degree of reconsideration of the decision is warranted. Most notably, the decision does not presently include any discussion of the actions the applicant could take to obtain approval of the applications in the future. Staff feels the applicant has correctly identified that this discussion needs to be included in the decision. It's staff's opinion this single subject of reconsideration could be adequately addressed through additional council deliberations. In the event council desires to reconsider other portions of the decision, the applicant has identified, staff recommends the matter be reopened for public hearing and remanded back to the Planning and Zoning Commission. And with that, I will stand by for any questions.
Okay, questions for Doug? It seems to me the cleanest way is to send this to planning and zoning.
For transparency purposes, I agree.
So basically, vote to approve the request and remand it back to planning and zoning.
Anybody else have anything else?
No.
Have it reconsidered.
I make a motion that we approve the request for reconsideration and send it back to planning and zoning.
Second.
Motion's made and seconded. Any further discussion? Mark?
I'm just going to need to clarify, because in the memo too from staff, it talks about no specific procedures are set forth in state code or city code for how the application will be processed on reconsideration. So I think just a point of clarification in the motion that it will be sent back to planning and zoning for additional public hearing, because otherwise it's, in what form is it going back and what will planning and zoning do with it? Does that make sense?
Yes.
And so just some clarity on that it's being sent back in that manner would be appreciated. And I'll have to meet with Doug, we'll have to write your decision on this reconsideration. We want to be clear when we write that, how it's going back.
So I make a motion that we send the request for reconsideration for Gallagher Heights back to P and Z for public hearing.
That work?
Second.
All right, motion and a second. That'll be a substitute motion. Any further discussion? All those in favor of the substitute motion signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Is there anyone opposed? That motion carries, making the original motion null and void. Item B, consideration to approve using
All right, so this one is interesting. It looks like it was denied, and they're bringing it back. He said about the school mafia. You gotta pay their toll. This is their attorney writing this because they're setting it up for likely court hearings if they don't get approved. So here, school district comments, they said that third, the decision improperly analyzed the comments from the school district. Danielle Horace from the Kuna School District testified at the February 6th hearing. She testified that the applicant has voluntarily donated land in the past for Kuna schools and intended to do so for Gallica Heights to create a site supporting students interested in pursuing agriculture. Those land donations, she explained, helped reduce the need for Kuna residents to find schools by eliminating the school district's need to purchase land as part of the school development. Though she did speak of the school district's need for additional capacity, she did not say that this particular development would push the district over capacity. Instead, she stressed the need for Kuna residents to support school bonds to accommodate the community's growth. You know, I'm going to have to look back and see that. Okay, we hope that folks understand that it is everyone's job to make sure that every student, the decision took that testimony out of context to say something Ms. Horace did not say, that the school district lacks capacity to serve the student population that is likely to be generated by development of the parcels as proposed in the applications. What? Ms. Horace's remarks were entirely limited to the school district's capacity in general and not specific to this development's impacts on the student population. Yeah, I don't know. I kind of doubt that's. I guess we'll see. Maybe this time around they're going to give more land, or I'm not sure. That whole thing's a little bit bizarre. So anyway, let's see what else, if they have anything else.
Omnia Partners, who is
So we'll see that come up again, and then of course Danielle Horace will come up or provide a letter either in support or denial of the project, and that will be the basis of. That tends to be the basis of whether the project gets approved or not.
an association that offers goods and services as a result of competitive solicitation process to purchase playground equipment. Bobby Withrow.
All right. Let me see if there's another thing for deliberation. After 105. So that's pretty much it for the public hearings. I'm going to go just double check with the agenda here, see if there's anything major. That was a oh yeah, that was a business item actually. So they just kick it back to P&Z, and then once P&Z has a swing at it, they'll go back to the council, and the council may deny it again. I guess it'll depend once again with Danielle coming in. And I wonder if she came and spoke. September 15th. Wait, she said it was against. There was this one here. Going against. Which project is this? Oh, okay. This is the combining of the ordinance. I'm not sure what this one's about, why this came up. Let me see if she comes in here. Okay, so here it is. Here she is.
Good evening, Mr. Mayor, council members. Danielle Horace, Kuna School District, 711 East Porter. I just want to share that this district, the school district that we are in, is full. I'm going to share with you the numbers that are specific to this development. I'm showing that this is in Indian Creek, and that school has 308 kids. Or sorry, the capacity for Indian Creek is 308. We already have 300. And that's with all the other ones that we've already approved. So we are at 97% capacity right now, with more coming in. KMS is at 91% capacity. And we're really hurting at KHS and Swan Falls. We're at 103% capacity for that school. So I just want to share that that's the current state of the numbers that exist. And it looks like this would be a great subdivision for families. I see the multifamily housing, the affordable housing. While I support that, there just simply isn't capacity to support the kids that would be generated from that. So thank you.
Yep. So that's the window they need. That's all they need for legal justification to shut the program down. That attorney letter is clever. I'm pretty sure. You know, this is pretty much how she talks when talking about the Kuna school district, saying what is that capacity. So it'll be interesting for her to come back and be like, hey, you guys did not misrepresent what I said. I said we are at capacity, and we'll see. Because if they offered land, they would have been in. They likely would have been approved, like we've seen other projects. Then the Kuna school district, Danielle Horace would be like, yeah, we are in support of this project. All right, that's about it. So I will have a good one. All right, bye-bye.